Hello, 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 good afternoon and welcome to the second innings of the 2021 fourth test in the Backyard Cricket England series. Alex's 11 posted 197 in their first digs, looks perhaps a little under par. Dan's 11 needing a strong response here to get some consolation out of this series. They trailed 2-0 with this being the last test match. Just a reminder of the lineups again here. Some changes, 3 debutants in Alex's team and 1 Kesava Reddy in Dan's 11. We're going to head back down now to the Nutfield Indoor Tennis Centre in Sussex and we're going to see how Dan's 11 kick off their response. Well, good afternoon to you all. Welcome back to the Nutfield Indoor Tennis Centre. And we're going to be joined by Yusuf Sharif and Alvin Sathya. Alvin Sathya, the star of the last test match, that historic double 100. Yusuf Sharif, best of 50, had a very consistent series. He's made at least one 40-plus score in every game so far. Hasn't quite gone on to the big one yet. For Alex's team, Rob Maguire, the standout player for them in this series. He's going to start us off. Leading run scorer, leading wicket taker so far in this series. And we're just about ready to get off and running. Just taking some consideration over the leg side field, but here we go. Maguire to Yusuf Sharif at the start of the second innings. I'm beating him first up. Good nut. But with such pace in this series, Maguire makes things happen at key moments. That's a little high. Is he going to get away with it? No, no ball. First runs on the board for Dan's team. Another full toss as well. Just struggled to land it in these opening salvos, Maguire. I want him to pick up his length sooner rather than later. Such an important player in this attack. And again, a little over-pitched. Sharif drives nicely, but well fielded. Very impressive character, Yusuf Sharif. Had a good series. Nicely in behind that. Played with a lot of discipline in this series, Sharif. That might go. It does go. He's picked the gap. Good start. Timed that beautifully. First boundary of the innings. Just a defensive push, but he's timed it brilliantly. Straight in the gap. He's in good nick, Yusuf Sharif. Looks like it's going to be Ewan McGregor to start us off at this end. Bowling to Alvin Sathya, fresh off a double century. Brilliant, brilliant young all-rounder. Seems odd to say, but he's actually struggled with the bat a little bit in this series. That double century was his first and only score of note in the opening 3 test matches. Had a bit of a difficult time when the ball's moved, but he's bowled brilliantly. Ewan McGregor, another who's had a good series. So well suited to this format of cricket, Ewan McGregor. Good to start with. Likes to do that, likes to start a spell with a short ball, McGregor, and just push the batsman back. He's one of the taller bowlers in this series, gets the bounce out of the surfaces. Had a good time of it so far. Coming in now to Sathya. And again, back of a length, and it's landed just short. Think it was off the body. Don't think he's got any glove on it. Good start this though from Ewan McGregor. Hooked it, and that's 6. Well, powerful start. He's not going to die wondering, Sathya. Dug in again from McGregor. Sathya saw it coming this time. Rocked back early. He's played that well. It's not too far from Sunil at mid-wicket. But he kept it down. And he's off the mark. Powerful start. That's a good follow-up. Well played from Safia. Got right behind it. Good from McGregor. Good again. Doesn't leave too many, Safia. Tends to like to get back on ball, likes to play his shots. Test of patience sending him up the top of the order here. Mears will feel that these are his two informed batsmen. Another over goes by, 12 for none. Good start from both teams here. Looks like James Maguire. Another has had a tidy series, consistent, accurate, economical. Not always had the wickets to show for it, but he's bowled well. Oh, that's done a bit. Well, how close was it? We'll have a look at this again. It's a ripper from Maguire. Oh, cut him up. Came across the line a little bit, Sharif. That's a really good nut from Maguire. Good start from him. Down leg. That has been an issue for James Maguire in this series. Every now and again, just pushes one too straight. Pushed again, and that's another boundary. And again, it's lovely timing from Sharif. Doesn't try to hit through anything. Relies on his technique and a solid base and just punch through it. Excellent stroke. Looked in good touch all the way through this series, and he's coming up to 200 runs. One disappointment for him might be that he's not gone on and made a truly commanding score. But he's played well, got them off to solid starts every time. Good from Maguire. Tweak to the field. Shorter mid-wicket coming in now. That's Ali Pervez. That's lifted on him a little bit. Started well here, Alex's team. No early rewards as yet. Pretty good opening spell from them so far. 16 for none. And it is going to be the debutant. It is Ali Pervez. Let's see what he's made of. Bowling at two high quality batsmen. He's going to need to hit his straps early. This is going to be his first delivery in backyard cricket. First test over for Ali Pervez. Alvin Safia in his sights. No ball. I think that's a back foot no ball. Just off camera there is a marker from which the bowlers must start their run up. If they go over that marker, there'll be no ball. I think that's what's happened there. In the air, just short. Good from Pervez. Got a bit of a shuffling run up. Seems to come on a little quicker than expected. Some movement there as well. Decent start this from Pervez. Wasn't able to make an impression with a bat. Be looking to bounce back here. Let's just slip that one down leg. Oh, well fielded, Lewis Chapman. Safia didn't quite middle it. Little bit of an outside edge, but got some power through it. Well stopped from Chapman at cover. That's the end of not too bad a first over in backyard cricket for Ali Pervez, or one to come, sorry. No, he has called over, that was it. 18 for none off 4. And it looks like it's going to be the captain. Has dismissed Yusuf Sharif in this series with his first ball at Woldingham. Would love to repeat the trick here. Had a decent series with the ball. Chipped in, done his bit. That's going to be 4. Good again from Sharif. Just helped it on its way, really. Overpitched. Loose start from Smith. Sharif not in the kind of form where he's going to miss out. That's a good response, though. One of the great weapons Alex's team have in their bowling unit is that with the captain himself and Ewan McGregor, they've been able to extract more bounce than Dan's team have from all of the surfaces in this series. And again there, that's got slightly big. McGregor and Smith, the 2 tallest bowlers in this series. And both have managed to find a bit of lift. Fortunately for Smith, he's not yet found his radar. Trying to bring it back into Sharif. Knows that Sharif will target the leg side. Trying to bring it back into the sort of middle and off line. Not got it right so far. Overpitched. And that could be another boundary, it is. Well played again. So good through the leg side, Yusuf Sharif. Doesn't play up much outside his off stump. Waits for the bowlers to come to him. Almost similar to Jonathan Trott in that sense. And just very rarely misses out. Good opening 5 this for Dan's team. 26 for none. Both of these two looking pretty secure, particularly Sharif. Looks like it's going to be Bevan West next up. The youngster. Impressed with the bat at Woldingham on his debut. Made 70 to turn that game on its head. Not seen too much from him with the ball so far, and that's a very loose start. Little change, leg slip comes in. No ball again. I think that's similar to the one we saw from Pervez. I think that's a back foot no ball from the starting line. And again down leg. Tough start this for Bevan West. Not found it at all so far. That's better. And flicked into the gap. That's nicely played from Alvin Southey. I waited on that. Didn't overcommit to it. Yeah, nice little flick of the wrist and good placement. Pour over this from Bevan West. Loose start for him. Dan's team suddenly looking like they're in a position of some strength here. 165 they trail by now, and we're going to see the debutant. This is Saikiran Bejavada. Be interesting to see how he goes. We're told he's a medium pacer. Yusuf Sharif with a new challenge to confront. Back of a length, left alone. Well, that'll be a wide, yeah. Does take some time to adjust to this format. Probably James Ramsey would be the only player we've seen, a new player in this series, who's come in and taken to it straight away. Everybody else has needed an adjustment period. And it looks like Bejawada is going to be no different. Pushing the margins of those wides outside off stump. Every ball back of a length so far. And that's a bit further up, just tempting Sharif. I think he's left that. He does play to cover his off stump. Very disciplined outside that off stump. Oh, he's had a little flash at that one, though. That's a good finish to the over from Bejawada. Dan's 11. Good start from them, but not having it all their own way. These two are having to fight and scrap. Not been a fluent or free-flowing innings by any stretch. And it's not about to get any easier. They've got Ricky Borrett to confront now. Left arm, quick, impact bowler. Tends to take wicket in bursts. When he gets one, he generally tends to get another fairly quickly. They're going to need something from him here. It's been a bit of a mediocre start. There's been some good overs and some average ones as well. Bit of a lack of consistency so far here. The one criticism would be they've not made these two play enough. They've been able to leave a lot on both sides of the wicket. Need a more direct challenge, and Ricky Borrett, the field would indicate they're about to get it. Left arm round the wicket. Borrett to Sathya. In he comes. First ball of the test match for Borrett. Back of a length outside off. And again, almost identical that one. Good delivery. Played with soft hands, Sathya. Not really a hint of that carrying to second slip, but it did draw an edge. That swung quite a long way after passing the stumps. It was down leg, but the keeper's not had to move too far to take that. And in behind it. Good from both players there. Borrett to finish up. And good running, good awareness from Yusuf Sharif. And that's the end of the over. 8 down, 35 for none. Looks like we're going to see the third of the debutants in Alex's team. This is Sunil Tirunavukarasu. Just him and Lewis Chapman left to go in this rotation. So we'll see what Sunil's about now. Need a couple of quiet overs here so they can get to the next rotation and bring the big guns back on. Try and make this breakthrough. Dan's 11 haven't threatened to get away from them. They found it tough to score, had to wait on the bad balls. And they have been under pressure at times, but they've not looked like getting out in truth. That's a comical start from Sunil. How's that for your first ball in backyard cricket? No ball and 4. Struggling here. Oh, and he's picked up a wicket. Oh, would you believe it? What about that? What a start for Sunil. Alvin Sathya, I don't think he can believe what he's done here. Banged it in halfway down the track. His eyes have lit up. And it's over the height limit. Out of bounds. Wow, what a cheap wicket. Wonder if it's just bounced a fraction on him. Delight on the face of Sunil. Sathya goes for 15. What a breakthrough that is for Alex's team. That's a bit of a gift. And Sunil, the debutant, has struck with his second ball. Unbelievable start for Sunil. Threw one at his own feet, given as a dead ball. Then a 3-bounce no ball slapped through cover for 4, and then he picks up a wicket. All action start for him. Welcome to backyard cricket. Who's the new man? Gurpal Singh. Tough series for him. Managed to get himself a start in Hampshire. It's been a tough series. It's been a tough time of it for him in backyard cricket since he made that 72 on debut. No half century since. That's going to be another dead ball. Sunil again. That's pushed. Good fielding from Ewan McGregor. Saved the boundary there. Oh wow. It's a no ball, and again it's fielded. Seems like this has the potential to actually take some wickets and do some damage, Sunil. Hard to rely on your technique against bowling like this, and Singh has had a swipe across the line there. That's a boundary. He's off the mark. This has been a real licorice all sorts of an over. Struggled to land it. Picked up a wicket. Gone for a few. Gone for 12 so far. 2 dead balls. 3 dead balls. Oh, he's been given us a no ball, this one. Well, that was quite an over, that. 14 runs from it, but the key wicket of Alvin Sathya. What a start for Sunil. Lewis Chapman is going to finish this rotation. Dan's 11 approaching their half century. I think they would have taken this after 9 overs. Chapman, ever improving bowler. Really worked hard. Good start from him. That's the perfect line to bowl. Just that channel around off stump, just outside. I think he's got bat on this. I think that's going to be a boundary. It is. Giving us runs. Sharif moves to 20, all of which have been scored through the leg side today. Which is a measure of how he sees his game. He's got a better connection on that one. Just dragged down from Chapman. Yeah, hit that one a bit firmer, Sharif. Judgment of length has been good in this series. Seems to pick it up early. That's a good response from Lewis Chapman. That's been the frustrating thing for Chapman. He has bowled some good deliveries in this series, has got it right. But mixed in with some poorer ones as well. I think that's going to be a bite. Don't think yet, not giving us runs. And that seems to just get quick on Gurpal Singh, sped up after the bounce. Not a bad over that from Lewis Chapman. Shame about the couple of boundaries in there, but otherwise decent. 58 for 1 at the end of the first rotation. 10 overs down. Dan's 11, you'd have to say, are probably ahead of the game here. More than a quarter of the way through Alex's 11's total. They'll be disappointed to have lost Alvin Sathya, particularly the way that wicket went down. But if you'd offered them 58 for 1 off 10, I think they'd have bitten your arm off. Oh, it's good again from James Maguire. Started his first over in similar fashion to that at Yusuf Sharif. Just need to bring some control back to the game here, Alex's team. Good take from Ricky Barrett. Very good take. Without that, you're probably seeing another bye there, another rotation of the strike, another bit of frustration. But that'll just give everybody a lift in Alex's team. Good work from the wicketkeeper. Oh, and good again from Maguire. This has been an excellent over so far. Just throwing a bit of pressure back on to Yusuf Sharif. And again, leading edge. This is good stuff from James Maguire. Right behind that, Sharif. 1 ball to go. outside off stump. That was a good over from James Maguire. Just brought a bit of calm back to proceedings there. That's what he's good at, and I think that's why Smith went with him to start the rotation. And this is a good matchup. Ewan McGregor to Gurpal Singh. Gurpal Singh plays with low hands, and against a bowler who gets as much bounce as McGregor, that's a risk. That's a good start from him. Impressive in his first over, McGregor. Impressive throughout this series. And this is good from Yusuf Sharif, taking a little bit of sting out of the atmosphere here. Having a word with Gurpal Singh, keeping him calm. Oh, wow. Has he nicked it? No. Yeah, it doesn't look as though he's got near that. Tempted him though. It was a waft from Gurpal Singh. Good work from McGregor. Had a flash at that one as well. He's not a player with great patience, Gurpal Singh. Likes to get bat on ball, likes to score. Oh, it's a ripper. Well, they've really come back into it now, Alex's team. The over from James Maguire and then this from McGregor. Top draw. Excellent bit of bowling. Singh hanging on a little bit here. And good from Sharif. Takes a bit of pressure off his partner there. And I think he's given this a wide as well. Singh will be glad to be at the other end. And Sharif lets it go. That was another excellent over from Ewan McGregor. Alex's 11, just as they were starting to struggle to keep a lid on things, they've produced two really good overs to build some pressure now, and it's going to be Rob Maguire. And this is good captaincy. Build some pressure, create an atmosphere, and then get your gun bowler on. Oh, and it's a great start from Maguire. Inside edge from Gurpal Singh. Oh, how close was that to leg stump? Thick inside edge. Top start from Maguire. Oh, and another ripper. Too quick for him. I think that's hit the leg. Two noises. Threatening now, Alex's team. Ah, that's a loose one. That's poor from Maguire. He'll have to start again now at Yusuf Sharif. Shot of the innings that so far. Well played, Yusuf Sharif. Just transferring a bit of pressure back. And again, it's all about timing. Such trust in his technique through the leg side. And he's just pushed that as if Maguire was a little dobbly off spinner there. Played that very, very well. Good follow up though from Maguire. Where's it, Sharif? Not bothered about that. Fascinating stage of the game now. Dan's 11 ahead on the scoreboard. Alex's 11 lost 2 or 3 overs. Have been all over them. But Sharif punching back. Good again. Fascinating cricket here. 70 for 1. And again he goes to one of his big guns. It's Ricky Borat. They've created the pressure. They've got the momentum. Just need to make it count with a wicket now. If Dan's 11 can ride through the next 3 or 4 overs, get through this tough period, then they'll feel they're well on top of this game. Could be a key spell in the entire match, this. Gurpal Singh's looked a little fidgety though. Oh, and again. Feet don't seem to be moving where he wants them to at the moment, Gurpal Singh. He's lost his off stump, it would seem. Going to have to work really, really hard to get himself into this innings. Under a lot of pressure at the moment. Maguire could have had him out already. So too McGregor. That's caught him on the body. Just enough movement to prevent that slipping down leg from Ricky Borrett. Oh, and a good one again.
There's no Christmas like this Christmas at Asda. 3 for 2 across a spectacular range of gifts.
Borrett again. Tails up here. Oh, and he's had a flash, Gurpal Singh. Precious telling there. It's a bit of a cauldron, this format of cricket. It feels like the bowlers are always coming at you. You don't get a lot of downtime between each delivery. And when the pressure builds, it can be suffocating. And it looks like Gurpal Singh is just struggling here at the moment. That was a good over from Ricky Borrett. Singh survives though, fighting hard for his runs here. It's going to be Ali Pervez. They'll be looking for something tight and economical from him here. At the moment, just trying to frustrate Dan's team now into throwing away a wicket. Good length. Sharif's done well to dig it out. Timed that beautifully as well. Good fielding out there from, I think, Sunil. But timed beautifully again from Sharif. He's playing well today. Fighting hard for his team. Not been able to get loose at all. And this is on the money from Pervez as well. Needed him to be tight, and he has been so far.
You could save up to £110 a year on your energy bills by never heating an empty home.
Really intoxicating atmosphere out there at the moment. That's in the air. Think there may have been a bit of glove on that. Nowhere near the fielders really. Landed right in the gap, but good again from Ali Pervez. Right behind it to finish, and we're going to have a look at Yusuf Sharif now. We're going to head back down to tactical talking points and see what's made him so successful in this series. Yusuf Sharif is looking good again today, and he's been a breakout star of this series, and we're going to see how his success has been built on a strong understanding of his own game and discipline outside off stump. If we take a look at the graphic in the corner of your screen, we can see the balls that he's left from the leading seamers from Alex's team in this series, and you can see he only attacks balls right under his eyes or right out wide. And as a result, we look at his scoring wagon in this series, more than a third through mid-wicket and a massive 70% through the leg side. He waits for you outside off stump, and then as soon as you slip too straight, he very, very rarely misses out on the leg side. And we're going to look at some of the balls he's put away in that area in this series. We see them going down fine leg, through mid-wicket and through mid-on as well. Anywhere on the leg side, his placement and his judgment is excellent, and this comes from his discipline outside off stump. He waits for the bowlers to come to him. Just have a look at this wagon wheel again. 70% of his runs in this series through the leg side. He understands his own game, and he's been hugely successful in this series. There, and we've really enjoyed watching Yusuf Sharif bat in this series. And it's the captain now, Smith to Gurpal Singh. Overpitched, we got away with it. Well fielded from Pervez.
Disconnect your charging cable. Step in and settle into the driving position. Select drive.
No balled him. It's in the air. Off the glove.
As the electrifying technology.
Might have been forearm. Would have been close if he hadn't no balled. Would have been interesting to see if that had been given out if it had been caught.
And a free smart home charger. Peace of mind has never been so exhilarating. Search approved use Jaguar eyepiece or contact your...
That's a poor one though. Tried to get him on the bouncer. It's a wide as well. Bonus runs for Dan's team. Smith won't want to let the pressure go here. Need to keep things tight. Really built some momentum in this rotation. The last 5.5 overs. Very good, and that's an excellent follow-up. Just went the other way. Sharif played that as if he was expecting an in-swinger, and Smith pushed it across him. Good bit of bowling. Oh, and again. Played inside the line of it, Sharif. Probably intentionally. But after a loose start, Smith keeping up the pressure now. And that one's a bit too down leg. Another over goes by. 75 for 1. Who's left? Bevan West still available in this rotation. And it looks like it's going to be Sakiran Bejavada. The last 6 overs been very, very good from Alex's team. They've really reeled themselves back into this contest. Haven't got the breakthrough to show for it though. It's a good nut. And good again. Gurpal Singh still not looking comfortable. Struggling to get bat on ball, struggling to know where his off stump is. Looks like he's struggling with length. He's had another wild prod at that. Indecisive. They've put him under all kinds of pressure since he's come in. But he's fighting really hard at the moment. Really scrapping for his team, Gurpal Singh. Just needs to get through this tough period. Ah, brilliant fielding from McGregor, and that'll help the cause. Keeps that pressure on. No release for Gurpal Singh. Good work from Ewan McGregor at point. Oh, and it's in the air. Gone. Caught. This one will be out. Gurpal Singh. Well, that's the result of pressure. Just 2 scoring shots in the last 7 overs. And the end result is that Gurpal Singh plays at one he shouldn't. Got a bit big on him. Maguire takes the catch. And they have richly deserved that, Alex's team. That was a scratchy innings from Gurpal Singh. They bowled really, really well at him. He's gone for 8. 75 for 2. James Ramsey now. Adapted to this format very, very well with the ball. Yet to see the real best of him with the bat. Shown glimpses of his talent. Very high level club player. And that was over from Bejawada. Bevan West is the new man. Deserved that breakthrough. Mentioned earlier, 2 scoring shots in the last 7 overs off the bat. Built pressure, built uncertainty. And finally got their reward. Good take from Ricky Borrett. Air of menace about Alex's team now. Just a sense that they feel like they might be able to come in for the kill here, particularly if they can get one of these two sooner rather than later. Got 2 overs left in the rotation after this one. Oh, well, that's done a bit late. Oh, what about that? Well, I think this has hit the stumps. I think that has flicked the outside of off stump. Well, what a life that is. Initially, I think they were appealing for the catch before realising, yeah, that's flicked off stump. Well, what a moment. Don't catch that very often. Bevan West has flicked the outside of off stump, but Yusuf Sharif survives. Extraordinary moment. What a bit of luck for Dan's team. Well, that was the moment they were looking for. Just felt like they were there for the taking. Alex's 11 starting to really ramp up the pressure. They get their moment and Sharif survives. What a piece of fortune. Fascinating cricket at the moment here. This has been a fabulous watch so far. 18 down, 77 for 2. Chapman's going to be next, and Sunil will take the last over of the rotation afterwards. Sunil got the first wicket. Chapman bowled okay, but went for a few. They need 2 tight overs here. Don't want the pressure being relieved at such a key stage when they've bowled so well. They need Chapman to be on the money here to the new man. Good start. Ramsey just overbalancing a little bit. Has he done something there, Ramsey? Could be significant. Such a vital player for Dan's team. Seems to be okay. Might have just been a touch of cramp. And that's well played. Picked his gap. It's good from Ramsey. Doesn't look like much. It's just a push, but it's the placement. Perhaps Sunil could have done a little bit better at mid-on. Chapman needs to recover, and does do. That's good. Less margin for error because he doesn't have the pace. And that's again a good example of it. Just slightly back of a length. There wasn't an out-and-out short ball. Ramsey has just rocked back and timed it more than anything else. Played that really nicely. Good start from him. Looks immediately into his groove. That's well played, and good fielding again from McGregor. How important was that moment of fielding from Ewan McGregor? The ball before Gurpal Singh's wicket as well. Oh, and that's a bit of a gimme. Hammered for 4 by Ramsey. It's a bit of a pudding from Lewis Chapman. 14 off the over. Pressure relieved. Ramsey getting himself in now. Still doesn't look quite right with that leg. Not sure exactly what he's done. Restricted in his movement a little bit. Sunil is going to finish the rotation. Got his maiden test wicket in his first over. A big one too, Alvin Sathya. And the way they've bowled since then, Alex's team, they'll be a little disappointed to have only added one more. Bit of a delay here for a change of ball. Looks like we're finally ready to get going again now. It's going to be Sunil to Sharif. And he smoked it. I think they're just trying to work out whether this has gone over the height limit or not. Given us 6. Through the hands of Ali Pervez at mid-wicket. It's a drop catch. Came it in very, very quickly. And I think he then palmed it over or close to the height limit. But as it's come off the fielder, it won't be out. Oh, that's a pudding. Well, they're cashing in here. This is a really good counter-punch from Sharif and Ramsey. Dan's team under so much pressure for 8 overs. Now that they've got their chance to put a few away, they are absolutely tucking in. This is good cricket from Yusuf Sharif. And again, 4 more. 6-4-4 to start the over. Sharif into the 40s. Chapman have done a bit better. Can't get loose in the field now, Alex's team. Well, the momentum swings again. And Sharif swings again, and again it's 4. Within a blow of a half century now. Game's turned on its head in the last 5 minutes here. 2 sloppy overs from Alex's team. And suddenly this match looks a little different. Where's that? Well fielded. Excellent fielding from Bevan West, or it would have been another. It is a no ball. Over down, 111 for 2. Dan's 11 back on top again now, but a new bowling rotation. And that could be the key. All the momentum for Alex's team has been lost. Brilliant counter punch in those 2 overs. Last 2 overs have gone for 34 between between Chapman and Sunil. And it is going to be Maguire now. Gone straight to his lead bowler now after those 2 loose overs. I don't think that would have been the plan initially. I think the plan initially would have been to build pressure for Maguire. But they're going straight to him to start this rotation now, recognising a moment of need. Plain and simple, Alex's team need a wicket. Maguire to Ramsey. Got himself going off Lewis Chapman. This is a different kettle of fish. Alex's 11 needs something from Rob Maguire here. Dan's 11, they trail by just 86 now with 8 wickets in hand, looking well on top. Well bowled and well played. Little bit of movement inwards. Ramsey right behind it. Looked in good touch since he's come to the crease. Oh, that one's a bit quick for him. Well, that's good from Maguire. Needed him to lift the atmosphere here. Needed him to bring some heat to the table. This is a good start. Couple of in-swingers right on the money. Oh, and again it looks too quick for Ramsey. Stayed a bit more leg-sided that time. Whether he's trying to give himself room through the offside or whether he's wary of being beaten by that in-swinger. Oh, what about that? Well, that is magnificent. Rob Maguire. Oh, he's pulled a gem out of the hair. Outstanding delivery. Ramsey, not a lot you can do about that. That is absolutely top draw. One of the balls of the series. Ramsey's gone. Hasn't done a lot wrong. They needed one of Maguire's moments and they've got one there. Absolutely brilliant. Top class from Rob Maguire. James Crowther, another who returned to a bit of form in Hampshire after a tough start to the series. Won't be happy with what he's produced in this series, Crowther. Will want to finish with a score. But what a delivery that was from Rob Maguire. Wow. Leg by, first up. Bowled a series of in-swingers and then threw the outswinger in. Pitched perfectly, swung late, high pace. Oh, nicked into the slips, well fielded. Maguire with the breakthrough. Well, what a breakthrough it was too. That's a top class over. Brilliant again from Rob Maguire. He just keeps on doing it. No let off. Ricky Borrett straight on. Feels like they're trying to bang, bang, bang themselves into this game, Alex's team now. Would love to get Crowther early. Can be so dangerous. He's not had a great series up to now. But you don't want to give him the chance to get back into form because he can be so effective. Yusuf Sharif on the verge of another half century. Piling on the field. And that's a leave from Crowther. He can drive you mental like that as a bowler, James Crowther. Always offers his bat. He is leaving it and he's leaving it deliberately, but he always offers something with the bat just to cover any in-swing. Teases bowlers. He can drive you to distraction with that. It's important that you don't get suckered into bowling too wide thinking that those are play and misses. You've got to come at him. That's good. Won't bother him at all though, Crowther. Ice cool temperament. Unflustered at the crease. Very rarely see a lot of emotion from him. Very level-headed. Overpitched. There'll be a couple here. Good running. Really, really good running from Sharif and Crowther. Leg buys. And I think Smith is just pointing out there was a rule enforced in this series, which was that buys and leg buys were going to be capped at 1 to eradicate any instances where the ball gets stuck somewhere in the venue and can't be retrieved. So despite the good running, it is just going to be 1. And Sharif on strike. Within sight of another half century. Played really well again, Sharif. The anchor of this team, the player of the series for Dan's 11. So consistent.
Did you know you can sell your car to WeBuyAnyCar.com in 3 simple steps? 1. Get a quote online in under 60 seconds. 2. Book an appointment at your local
Bevan West.
more than 15 minutes away. 3. After that once over, they'll send the money to your bank. Easy as pie. To find out how much your car's worth in 60 seconds, enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Good nut. Again left alone from Crowther, but that's the right line from Bevan West. Tight. Might tempt him to follow 1. Happy to let it hit him as well. One of those players, Crowther, almost similar to sort of Jack Callis or Steve Waugh in a sense, which is that if the situation allows him to just decide that he's not getting out, then he can be pretty much impossible to dismiss. Bit different when there's scoring requirements and the situation of the game needs something different, but when the requirement is just to stay in and tough it out, he's very, very good at that. Good again. Been a testing over this from Bevan West, but Crowther has stood up to it again without really looking in any difficulty at all. But Alex's 11 just trying to create a bit of pressure again now. Just pull the scoring rate back again. That's a maiden over, which means there has not been any runs off the bat in the last 3 overs, which is exactly what they'll have wanted. Yusuf Sharif will take the strike now on the verge of a half century. Made a 40-plus score in every test match in this series now, 4th game in a row. Ewan McGregor. He's been excellent today in the field and with the ball, McGregor. And gone. Gone, he's nicked him off again. Yusuf Sharif, what a disappointment for him. Excellent from McGregor. Just got big on him. Feet have not got forward. It's a big wicket. And for Yusuf Sharif, that now means he's passed 40 4 times in this series, but his highest score is exactly 50. So consistent, but every time he struggled to go on. And Ewan McGregor takes the key wicket. What a moment. He's deserved that. He's been excellent, McGregor. What a start that is. Brings to the crease Vamsi Bogiretti. 113 for 4. Suddenly this game looks a lot more even. 2 new men at the crease. Some brilliant dance moves there from James Crowther as well. Pressure's not getting to him. That's top class, that. The Crowther shuffle. Oh, well, what a start that is for Vamsi Bogiretti. Over pitch from McGregor. Punch back past him. Doesn't give you any opportunity to settle, Vamsi Bogiretti. Quick scorer. The wicket of Sharif will have such an impact on this match. Oh, knocked him over. Got him again. McGregor on fire. Terrific response. Right up there. Through the gate. Famsi Bogiretti didn't last long. Una McGregor, 2 in 3 balls. Turning it on here, and you'd say now Alex is 11. They've forced themselves ahead of the game now. The last 15 overs or so of bowling, apart from a couple of loose ones towards the end of the rotation, the last 15 overs they've been absolutely excellent, Alex's team. Tough time to be a debutant. Cassava ready. Going to get our first look at him as a batsman in backyard cricket. And what a time to come in. Una McGregor, wicket for wicket this over. On fire. Well, if Maguire has produced the magic moment of this innings, McGregor has certainly been the standout performer in it, along with Sharif. Brilliant from Crowther again. In the air, don't think there's any bat on it. Good from McGregor. On the money first ball, Cassava ready. Don't envy him right now. Interesting, short leg comes straight in, it's Bevan West. Oh, good again, McGregor. Almost got through that gap. One ball to go in what's been a quite magnificent over. Oh, just short of the short leg. Put him there for that reason. Brilliant from McGregor, 117 for 5. Now let's have a little look at something here. McGregor to Sharif in this series. We've said how strong use of Sharif's judgment is outside off stump, but something about Una McGregor affects that judgment. Makes him play at balls that he wouldn't normally off everyone else. And this is from today, 3rd time in the series, McGregor's nicked him off. Something in Una McGregor's action, or something in the way he delivers the ball, just throws Sharif off. Been so good outside off stump in this series. But McGregor's got the wood on him, no doubt about that. 117 for 5, and it's James Maguire. Bit of a loose start. This has been the clearest example you can imagine of a team bowling as a unit today. Rather than relying on their disparate parts to produce their own moments of magic, they have bowled as a team and as a unit in the last 14 and a bit overs, and they're getting their rewards for it. It's been an excellent performance since the end of that first rotation from Alex's 11. Again, not really threatening Crowther. There's some oohs and ahs from the men on the field, but he'll do that all day long. He won't get frustrated. The problem with James Maguire here is that he's tried to throw a mix of full straight ones and length balls outside off, but his full straight ones have all been too straight and drifted down leg. It's been the right idea on paper, just the execution a little lacking. Maiden over though. 117 for 5. And who's going to bowl at the debutant then? It's going to be another debutant, Bejawada. Been impressive. Shuffling action. Bowls a heavy ball, comes on quick. He's found a bit of bounce. Tended to bowl back of a length most of the time. That's a little down leg, and it's going to be a bite. Got the wicket of Gurpal Singh with a ball that lifted slightly. It's been good. Been a decent debut from Bejawada with the ball, giving a good account of himself so far. Oh, that's decent. Just rushed on a little bit there. Hurried him. A lot of responsibility on Crowther's shoulders now. He's the man who's got to bring them at least to parity. Yet to get off the mark. A lot of pressure on Crowther here. Good again. But Crowther's discipline unwavering. And they'll take it. Good running from Reddy. Puts himself back on strike. Oh, good again. Another decent over from Bejuada so far. And in the gap for 4. Leading edge. Bejuada looks frustrated. How close was it? Guided somewhat by Reddy. Just got bat on it, which is all you really need to do in that scenario. Ali Pavez, another debutant. And another who's bowled quite well today. A couple of tidy ones from him. Not looked too much like taking a wicket, but he's been solid and reliable. Found a bit of movement. Particularly earlier on in his first over, he did get that ball moving a bit outside off stump. Decent pace. Looked a useful cricketer up to now. That's a good nut. That seems to be the area he specialises in. Just on a length, just over the top of middle and off. Bit of movement either way. A little bit fuller that time. I think this is going to be a leg bye. I think Crowther might have smacked himself in the foot there. Which, if that's the case, is probably going to hurt. Quite nippy in here. Reasonably cold day. Yeah, you're not going to get over that one early. Sees the funny side, James Crowther, but that probably does sting. Might have been the ankle bone, in which case it really will hurt. Good from Pavez. Good bounce. That was an effort ball. Saw him throw that one in a bit quicker. And again, Reddy just looking a little uncertain. His first innings in this format. It does take some getting used to. We've said that throughout the series with the new players coming in. Take some adjusting. Oh, hang on a minute. Has he given it? I think he has done. Giving him run out. Well, interesting there. I think Cassava Reddy was daydreaming. And Bevan West took the opportunity to run him out. Well, there's some uncertainty. The appeal's been upheld. It was given by square leg. Reddy is making his way off. I think the discussion here is that Alex Smith may want to recall Cassava Reddy as a debutant and someone who's come down at short notice to fill a hole in the team. I think they're reluctant to run him out here in that fashion, whereas they maybe would have done if it had been a regular player, a more regular featurer who's used to the format. I think they're going to allow Cassava Reddy a second chance here, and that's good from Alex's team. Good sportsmanship. No obligation to do that. And Smith has called him back. Excellent work from Bevan West at short leg. Great awareness. And square leg umpire more than justified in giving it out. It was a poor moment from Reddy. Lackadaisical. And I think given the fact that he's on debut and still adjusting to this type of cricket, they've given him the benefit of the doubt and called him back, and that's good from Alex's team. Nice moment that. Series at an end. Already got the series in the bag at 2-0. So the cynic might suggest they can afford to be a little more relaxed in the enforcing of the rules. But still a nice moment to see all the same. Credit to Bevan West though, he's been good in the field again today. Lightning reflexes, and that was great awareness. Very clever. Lewis Chapman now to James Crowther. Hammered. Very, very good cutting the slow bowlers, James Crowther. Doesn't tend to really play it off bowlers of pace, but he relies on it heavily when the spinners and the medium pacers are on. Rarely misses out. Good fielding. I think it was Sunil again at mid-off. Oh, he's not going to field that one though, that one's going. Lewis will feel the figures don't necessarily reflect the way he's bowled today. He's not been poor by any stretch, but just wildly inconsistent. Throwing that one in a bit quicker. And this over has been a typical example of Chapman's day. Fours and dots, some good ones mixed with some poor ones. That's going to be another boundary. Lovely shot that actually, Crowther. Good wrists. Power, look good from that side angle.
It doesn't matter which energy supplier you're with. Everyone's feeling the pressure right now.
Lewis Chapman, a ball to go.
The British Gas Energy Trust is here.
And cut hard. Good shot. It's a real strength of his, Crowther. He's nailed that. Looked like he enjoyed that as well. 2 overs left in the bowling rotation. Alex Smith will be one of them, but first it looks like it's going to be Sunil. Sunil to Cassava Reddy, the 2 debutants. Come face to face. Smashed. Got a hold of that one, Reddy. Looks to be a very instinctive player. Really got, that was like a top hand tennis shot, really got over the top of that. As well played. How will Sunil respond? Oh, where's that? Oh, drop catch. Rob Maguire. It is at deep mid-wicket. Straight to him. Oh, and he's fallen over the rope. I think he's dropped that because he's concerned about going over the rope. So in the event, that might have been a good decision from Maguire. He certainly saved 6. Whether or not you feel he should have held it, he's done well to keep it to a dot ball. Oh, that's a loopy one. And it's out. It's over the fence, but it's a no ball. Well, it's all happening so far in this over. He's hit it over the height limit. Ordinarily, it'd be out of bounds, but it's a no ball. Well, 2 chances in 2 balls for Cassava Reddy. A drop catch and then a wicket off a no ball. What a start to this over from Sunil. And then bashed and fought. Wow. Really all happening in this over so far. Brilliant fun from Sunil and Reddy. Oh, that's 6. Hard and flat. It's barely gone over the stumps. I'm not sure if Sunil has got a hand on this. Doesn't look like it. Very, very quick. Might have got a finger on it. Might have just grazed a finger. Powerful from Reddy. Oh, that's a pudding. Oh, and he is out. Well, is this one going to be a no ball? He's hit it over the height limit again. And he's not no balled him. This one's going to count. Well, what a bizarre over this has been. Absolutely all happening. And this time he is out, and that looks like it could be a no ball. We'll see from this angle. Oh, surely. Well, I think this should be given not out, but it looks as though the wicket's going to stand. Reddy's gone for 18 on debut. Well, that was the over that had just about everything from Sunil. He's got 2 for on debut. Callum Letts is the new man. Astonishing over that one. A drop catch, a wicket off a no ball, a wicket that should have been a no ball. Flat 6 that he got fingers to. A couple of boundaries aside. All crammed into 6 balls. Absolutely brilliant. That's what backyard cricket's all about. We've got 1 over left in this bowling rotation, and it'll be the captain. To bowl to James Crowther. Got a good record against James Crowther. Dismissed him at Waldingham, as well as a couple of times in last year's series. Nicked, is it? Oh, no, don't think so. Certainly moved away. Good start from Smith. Hard to know what to make of this scoreline now. All over the place this innings. 156 for 6. Trail by 31. Or 41, sorry. Oh, that's a thick edge. And a boundary. Unlucky from Smith, but it was a bit of a full toss. Crowther gets to 20 for just the 2nd time in the series. This is 7th innings. Bit too wide. Oh. Well, that one's done a bit. Good from Smith. Not been his best day with the ball, but he has bowled the odd good nut. Good bounce up. The one thing you would have to say for Smith is that he's bowled that bouncer as well as anybody in the series. Landed it more often than not. Helped by his height, 6'5". And again, another decent one. We're going to go back down to tactical talking points. Well, we've seen an absolute ripper today from Rob Maguire, and we're going to look at how he set James Ramsey up with fast in-swingers before delivering one of the balls of backyard cricket England history. If we look at Ramsey's starting position, he's outside leg, but his trigger movement takes him across, and you can only see off stump. He's in a good position, he's got his weight going forward, but this is going to be a fast in-swinger from Maguire. And he plays it lovely out the middle of the bat. Next delivery, again, good starting position. He gets over, you can only see the outside of off stump, but this is the ball that unsettles him. It's quick, it moves in late, off the leg. Now, there's a bit of caution in Ramsey's mind. He knows that Maguire's pumped up, and his trigger here is not so far across. You can now see middle stump, where you couldn't before. He's just staying within himself a fraction, and this ball, again, too quick for him, and his balance isn't right. His head is too far over, and Maguire is on the hunt now. This time, Ramsey's footwork is tentative. You can see all 3 stumps now, and Maguire uses this delivery to throw the outswinger in there, exposing that lack of footwork. And that ball, you can see here the comparison between first and last ball of the over, the difference in where he's standing in relation to his stumps, the pace and movement of Maguire, and this delivery is worth watching again. Absolute corker. James Ramsey is a fine, fine player. He's been unsettled by some top-class bowling there from Maguire. Excellent setup, excellent delivery. One of the balls of backyard cricket England history. Certainly was a magic delivery, that. The moment of the day so far. And it is going to be back over to that man again, Rob Maguire. Can he produce something similar to Callum Letts? Oh, too quick for him. Hit him on the foot. Letts does tend to play across the line. I think he's felt that. No mercy from Maguire. Never usually is. And again, But Callum Letts will take that. 6 of those and he'll be perfectly happy. Looks like he's feeling it a little bit, but get his pads in line. Oh, that's a good nut. Good from Crowther. Much rather have had Crowther on strike to face Maguire. That'll be frustrating for Alex's team. They brought him on in the hope of knocking over Letts and maybe another one in this over. Didn't want him bowling at Crowther. Good nut. On the money again, Maguire. Been excellent today, as he usually is. Star of the series. And again, got Crowther prodding at one there. Difficult to know how Crowther will approach this. Probably haven't lost enough wickets for him to go all out attack. I think he'll just keep looking to put the bad balls away and wait for his turn to score. No real need to change anything at the moment for him. And another bite. Good running. 3 byes off this over now. Ewan McGregor. If Maguire's produced the moment of the day, McGregor has certainly been the performer of the day. Been excellent for Alex's team. His last over produced 2 wickets. Well deserved. He's been excellent in the field as well. That one's a little over pitched. Oh, good nut. I think he got a bit of toe on that, Callum Letts. Good fielding from Ricky Borrett. Good again from McGregor. And unfortunately, we do seem to have lost our main camera. We are working on this, trying to get that back up and running for you. But for the time being, we are going to be watching this game from the side. Apologies for any inconvenience caused. Good again from McGregor. Just to reiterate again, our front camera has gone down. This is a temporary issue. We are working on resolving this at the moment. But for the time being, we're going to watch it from side on, from our cover cam. As McGregor looks to finish off another decent over here. Been a maiden up to now. And does finish with a maiden. Good again from Ewan McGregor. 163 for 6. Not sure what that appeal was for. Wonder if that ball just brushed Callum Letts' leg on the way through. They might be appealing for a very ambitious LBW. Ricky Borrett. Not threatened too much today, Ricky Borrett. He's been economical, tough to score off, as he normally is. Not really threatened a wicket. Has seemed to be slightly down on pace. Wonder if he's fully fit. Earned an off day though. Is another who's been excellent. Bat and ball. Good from Crowther. Right in behind that. Tends to be very minimalist with his footwork, but so effective. Got a good eye. And he's hit that well. 4 runs down the ground. Little over pitch from Borrett. Crowther gets through it. Well defended. Makes a good noise off Crowther's bat when he times it well. He's an impressive player. Oh, I had a little waft at that though. Good from Ricky Borrett. You can't see it from the side angle, but that ball has moved a little bit. Moved away. Can tell from our overhead perch here at the ground live. Apologies again for the absence of our main camera. Good nut. Good heat from Ricky Borrett. But again, you'd have to say very, very well played from James Crowther. Just a slight swaying and arching of the back. Saw him do it a couple of times earlier off Smith. Plays the bouncer so well. Ducks out of a bouncer excellently. Keeps his eyes right behind the ball. Watches it all the way. Arches the back. Plays it late. It's very impressive the way he does that. Another over from Boric goes by. Callum Letts on strike. And it looks as though it's going to be Lewis Chapman. Normally left for the end of a rotation. I think they're trying to tempt Callum Letts into doing something a little bit silly here. Could get one of their faster frontline bowlers on, in which case it would be a battle of survival for Letts. But by throwing on Lewis Chapman, they're just posing Letts a different question. Attack or defend? How's he going to play it? Interesting decision this. Could go for a few Chapman, but you never know. Oh, and he has tempted him into one. Oh, well, the plan's been rewarded first ball. Good captaincy from Smith. Good work from Alex's team. And they've been rewarded immediately. Brought Chapman on to tempt Callum Letts to come out of his shell, and that's exactly what he's done. He's gone for a duck. Lewis Chapman claims his first wicket of the day. Good work from Alex's team. That good thinking. Mears next, the captain. Had a decent series with the bat. Made the odd start here and there. Good eye for the ball. Needs to just get his team back to some parity here. Won't want to lose him early. Still the threat of a deficit here. Oh, where is it? Oh, he's going to go. Well, can you believe it? Chapman's got 2 in 3. Mears has chucked his wicket away. Thrown his innings down the toilet there, Dan Mears. Just got underneath it. 2-ball duck. Lewis Chapman. Wicket dot wicket this over. Absolutely brilliant from him. Done exactly what he was brought on to do and more. And he's now got the debutant Asif Khan to contend with. Well, that has paid off spectacularly for Alex's 11. The decision to give Chapman the 4th over of a new bowling rotation paid off in handsome style. 2 wickets. 2 decent ones as well. Oh, what a shot from Asif Khan. His first ball in backyard cricket. Disappears back past the bowler. Wonderful for him. He's a good character, Asif Khan. Works really hard on his batting. He's not the most naturally talented batsman. Had to work really hard to improve, and he enjoys it. Great character around the changing rooms. What a start for him. Oh, and a misfield, and he's going to get another boundary. Well, this has been an electric over. Wicket dot wicket, 4-4. Asif Khan didn't come to muck around. Boric prevents the bite. Well, Lewis Chapman has done excellently there. Brilliant over from him. 2 from it. 175 for 8. And suddenly, James Crowther now needs to find another 20 odd from somewhere. They'll want to get at least par. At 111 for 2, it looked as though they were going to get a really significant lead. But they've let the opportunity slip. 5 dismissals hit out of bounds so far. Crowther takes the bite. In this format of the game, you don't really see batsmen shepherding the strike too much because there's the last man standing rule. You can give the last batsman the tail, the strike, knowing that you'll get a chance to play a full innings still. So Crowther quite happy to run that bite. Bejawada. Well played from Asif Khan. Got in line with it. Bejawada's been decent today. 1 for 6. Beaten him that time. Great fun, Asif Khan. Hands very low on the bat. Just tends to shovel it. Tends to try and get in line and shovel it away. It's working for him so far. He said he's worked very hard on it. Cares deeply about his batting. Oh, that's not missed by much. Good from Bejawada. Well, Crowther took the bye off the first ball, so they've had 5 deliveries at Asif Khan and not been able to dislodge him. Good from him. That'll frustrate Alex's team. Be Jimmy Maguire now to bowl at Crowther. Can they get a lead? Can they get the 21 more they need for parity? Well, they're going to take the bye again. Crowther happy to give up strike to Asif Khan. I think he's reasoned, Crowther, that the runs are more important. Every run's so valuable here. And again, every bye that they can take here is a run that they don't have to chase in their 4th innings. Want to get as close to parity as they can. Any kind of lead at all they would be happy with. And I think Alex's team will be happy with their lot in this as well. From 111 for 2, they would have been fearing the worst. Fought back really well. Been a good performance with the ball. No bye this time. Smith a bit deeper at leg slip. Crowther the key here. Can he get a few boundaries away? Won't be on his mind for the moment. For as long as he's got Asif Khan for company, then there's no rush. The job is just to annoy Alex's team with this partnership. Oh, giving us a wide late call from the umpire. Valuable 2 more runs. Off the leg. James Maguire, the one who started the fight back with the ball. His excellent second over. Changed the atmosphere of the day earlier on. Sunil. Again, similar to what they did with Lewis Chapman and Callum Letts, instead of bringing on some of his more frontline bowlers, he's taking the option of trying to tease himself a wicket here. Bringing on one of the part-timers to try and tempt Asif Khan. Got bat on it, some heavy backspin. I think that might have been an under edge. Possibly off the toe. Knocked him over. Sunil gets his 3rd on debut. Khan has gone. Good effort from him though. Played a useful, frustrating little innings there for Dan's team. Good to have Asif Khan in this form of cricket. He's gone for 8. Sunil 3 for on debut. $180 for 9, and it's all about James Crowther now. How close can he get them? Trail by 17 at the moment. And you would think now, without the stability of a partner at the other end, now might be the time for Crowther to start playing a few shots. And with Sunil on, he'll fancy that he could get maybe 8 or 12 off the remainder of this over, which could be vital if he can. Be interesting to see how he plays this. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be positive. It's good fielding. James Maguire. The fielding from Alex's team has been excellent today. That's 4. Well played from Crowther. Middled that. Heard the crunch off the bat. In the air. Gone. And that's the end of that. Crowther goes. 184 all out, Dan's team. They trail by 13 on first innings. Just got underneath one. And Sunil has finished with 4 wickets on debut. Dan's 11, 184. So that's the story. An innings of fits and starts for Dan's team. Partnerships just getting going and then being broken. Batsmen just getting in and getting out. Nobody made a half century. Yusuf Sharif got the closest with 46. Another good performance from him. Rob Maguire's ball to James Ramsey will live on in backyard folklore. But the star of the day, Ewan McGregor, absolutely excellent. And Sunil Taruna Vikasu on debut picked up a 4fer. Couple for Lewis Chapman as well. So at the halfway stage of this test match, Alex's 11 lead by 13. Join us next time and we'll see what kind of target they can set.